of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18. Line on the return before he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Makes it past the marker. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something up here.
Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way.
Saying from the gun on third down. Got his man. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Trying to move them on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Smith's got it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Finds his man. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on fourth down, and rolling the dice pays off.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, said to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Buying some time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. The run inside. It's Jackson. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Here's Julian saying to throw. The quick out. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He caught it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
There's so many offensive coordinators script those first 10 to 15 plays. Well, his has been gold. Great first drive, moving the ball down the field, now set up to punch it in. A first and goal situation. Opening drive masterpiece.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach taking those risks, but when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. They'll try to power their way ahead. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
And obviously it's still early in this football game, but after giving up a touchdown on the first drive and then coming out, like, the worst thing you can do as an offense is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. So that was a big third down to kind of settle them down and give them some more opportunities.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense up front? Their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working the middle, it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Volunteers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Running inside, it's Bishop. Maybe a crease. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Off the play fake on first down. He'll pull it down. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A run for the quarterback. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tennessee. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Four wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Say it. Rushes on him. And he never had a chance.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Good timing on the quick out. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a... Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. You're not making a miss. You've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the ground with the counter. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Now rolling to the left. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, in the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run inside. It's West. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss. They completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And how about stubbornness being rewarded for this offense? Like, they gave it to him, and sometimes that will deter people when you hand it to him and he doesn't get a good gain. But, nah, stick right to it. Give him the ball again. Nice job getting the play. Nice job by this offense staying stubborn with the running game.
Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Zayed shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Handoff to the single running back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now here's Sayed. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. to fire. Checks down to his back. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Pulls and fires complete. Snags it, and there's running room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Has it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Trying to run, it's Bishop. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Calls his own number. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Ohio State calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
He got it. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looking for blockers. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. As they open this possession from their own 20. Throwing, saying. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Sayin. Immediately fires to the middle.
when you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Looking long. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here is the Tennessee offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go right back to the run. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now on the move. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. The receiver on the jet sweep. He stopped in his tracks, and boy, were they ready for the jet sweep. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense...
Here's a little room there. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. They take the lead here in the second half.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one. And that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Running inside, it's Bishop. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Volunteers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Vols with the 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Quick strike complete.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. Maybe some room here.
But how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
scrambles and throws off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pucks it out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Nailed on the right sideline. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
From the red zone, it's Morris. Touchdown, Vols! They take the lead with that score, and number one all of a sudden in a little bit of trouble. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Sayin to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Quick completion on the out route. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Buckeyes with an answer.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Unloads quickly. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws to the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Running inside, it's Gordon. Could be an alley. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Volunteer! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The ball strike back for the touchdown.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking on big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Say it. Fakes the grab. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. The throw to the outside is complete. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The Buckeyes with an answer.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Discards him with the stiff arm. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive, and they can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now here's Saying. He lets one fly deep. Goes high to pull it in. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Say it. Fires quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Zayn trying to be heard above the noise. Quick completion on the out. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.